As a kid, I was actually terrified of talking to people. I used to get in trouble for not looking people in the eyes. And so before I was a Christian, I did not like talking to people or strangers. Very, very shy. But since coming to Christ, it's almost like it's a natural thing to just talk to people and be able to relate to them, and to just, I guess, work my way into and bring up Jesus, talk about what he's done in my life and what he's changed. Before Christ, I just couldn't do it. I was scared. So my life before Jesus was very lonely. I had a lot of hurt in my heart. My father left before I was born because he didn't want me. And so growing up, I had a father wound, and I always wondered if I was worth anything. As I got older, I numbed that pain through party scenes and living of the world. Through those outlets, it temporarily numb that pain and that loneliness that I was feeling inside me, but it didn't last. You know, I'd always have to go back again and one up what I did the weekend before. A friend of mine named Grace Ann, who I was drunk at a party one time, and she just happened to live at the house that the party was at, and she invited me to this Bible study. And that Bible study actually was here at Nags Church, and Ramon was teaching it. I didn't continue to come, but a couple of years later, I actually am on the beach with a girl, and the group is handing out hot dogs. As we walk closer, I notice a face, and that happened to be Ramon. And so I reconnected with Ramon. He gave me his phone number and told me they were still doing the Bible study group that he was leading. At the time, I had no interest in God or coming to church, so I kind of put that on the shelf for a little while. My cousin had actually committed suicide, and I started questioning what's the purpose of life? You know, why would a so-called loving God that I learned about in Sunday school allow something like this to happen? And it actually, you know, made me reach out to Ramon, because I knew that he you know, had this Bible study, and he was teaching about this Jesus guy that I had learned about as a kid. Through that whole situation with my cousin, it definitely made me start realizing that maybe there's some truth to this Jesus thing, maybe that this is real. As I look back on my interaction with Ramon on the beach, I think that he was being faithful to God in the small things. And because of that, because of his obedience to Jesus, it's actually, I believe it's the reason why I'm here. God stepped into my life by showing me his love and showing me a fatherly love that I've never experienced before. It kind of felt like, imagine a stray dog that had been kind of unloved and mistreated before, being shown love for the first time. It was very unfamiliar, but at the time it was very peaceful to be able to experience that. He doesn't hold a record of what I've done in the past, that he's a loving and caring father who wants the best for you. He's also stepped in through my connection group. They've showed me at times more love than my biological family. I spend more time with them than I do my own family because I love them, and I get to experience the love of Christ through that group. Since walking with Jesus, I feel like I have purpose. I now know what I was put on this earth for, and that is to live for the Lord and to share the love of Christ to those around me. Before, I was very self-centered and was self-seeking. Whatever felt good to me is what I wanted to do. But since walking with Christ, it's not about me, it's about him and his people and loving them well.